Hello there, AppSpy viewers. My name's Peter, and I've got a hands-on video for you. This time it is with Meat Factory. So if ever there was a game to make you vegetarian, this is quite possibly it. It is a game set in... I got squished. It's a game set in a meat factory, basically, and you're controlling the little chap by tapping left and right, and you've got to pick up these animals, and you've got to put them in here, like the game is just telling you to. So, round 1.1, you grab in the little animals, you go and do that, you go and do, you go and catch animals, and you put them in. You hopefully try to save as many as you can without yourself getting squished. In the background, you'll see the meat factory little process like plant thing has eyes, so it's also looking out for you. It's got a bit of a brain all of its own and is trying to crush you. So it's a bit of a silly idea, really, but quite a fun one, and maybe one with a little bit of potentially a little bit of a message. It's about sort of the horrible conditions that a meat factory probably has, and I imagine that a meat factory probably isn't the best place to be, especially if you're an animal who's in a meat factory. You're probably not in for a good time, but I mean, probably working in one is pretty grim, and it's horrible. I'm just splatting these things and squishing them, and I'm not. I'm trying to save them from having that. Chop chop. Round 1.3. Oh goodness! So we've got to get out of the way of these, and as you can see, the guns are made out of Nez Zappers, which is and European Nez Zappers, brilliantly. Accept no substitutes. You always want grey and orange plastic with your fake light guns. So there's a fair amount of homages in here. It looks a little bit Meat Boy. There's definitely that Nintendo thing going on as well. Without a doubt, there is a kind of chiptune retro soundtrack kicking it. But I think more to that, like the gameplay is actually really reminiscent of things like Game & Watches, whereby you'd have a really simple, you'd have like a really simple game that you had to, an objective that you had to complete, and then, you would try to get to the end of it by using really quite simple controls. This is kind of like the next take on that. Oh my goodness me, I'm getting absolutely destroyed here. Oh dear, and I got turned to a horrible pile of meat. So there we are, 28 is my high score. So on the right there, you can see that these are the animals I've saved. I can't wait to unlock the narwhal. And there's power suits as well, so you can, if you get 100 points, then you unlock Hardcore Fred. You get open hardcore mode, you get sausage survivor, all this sort of good stuff. Meat Factory, it's by Steve Cable, and I'm kind of liking it. It has got this sort of slightly vegetarianism based lilt to it, and I think it's actually quite endearing in that way. And even if you want to completely ignore all of that, it's a pretty darn good game all by itself. It absolutely does feel, as I said in the sort of trailer write-up on appspy.com, it feels like a Game & Watch game gone very, very, very wrong, and I stand by that. I think that's a perfectly apt description. Go and take a look at this one, see if you can beat my high score. If you can, pop it in the comments. If you can't, pop it in the comments and I'll have a quick laugh at you. Meat Factory, 69p, 99 cents, depending on your territory. This is Peter with appspy.com. We review, you decide.